Do I have Earl Father Hines up in here yet? Let's see. Let's feel like some Earl right now. Let's put that on. Yeah. Morning, everybody. That'll give me fewer copyright things. Hey, Octavio, Karen, and Martin. Hey, Chris, Nancy, Betsy, Susan, Uncle Lair. Hey, Luann. Yep, it is snowing out today. Well, it's not snowing right now. It kind of stopped, but it was blowing pretty good a little earlier. Hey, Steven. Hey, Diane.
What could this be? It's a Limehouse Blues.
Hey, Dad. Hey, everybody. Also, you can see the sled is out. If I move it just a little, good chance Miles will want to get into the sled. He already has a bit today. Yeah, it's going to turn a little more liquid here shortly, then apparently get back to snow. We'll see. So we'll do a kind of a quick FindAGrave today. Or what I understand is a quick one. What happened there? That was Earl for a second. Okay. Don't know what happened there. I must have hit the wrong button. Hey, everybody. Hey, Tracy. I hope everybody liked the presentation yesterday. Sorry, but I don't know exactly the nature of the audio issues. But I'll go through some of the stuff over the course of the next really cold day mini tours. I mean, Tuesday high is 0. And I'll be going right from here to get a root canal, so I hope so anyway. Thank you for coming, Octavio. Hey, Liz. Hey, Debbie. Oh, do they? Strange and Dreadful Things. I like the name. Morning, Beth. I wouldn't say I'm snowed in. I did go to the coffee shop this morning, but by now it would have been harder. I'll give it just a minute for a few more people to get online, then we'll get started for today. We're going to do the FindAGrave from home. I understand it's a pretty easy one that we should have no trouble with whatsoever. Oh, look who's here. Hey, Miles.
As long as we're driving out west here, well, let's stop and have a little Father Hines melody of the Colorado sunset.
Morning, everybody. Our power internet is still hanging in there so far. Somebody else had a creepy Adam dream. Great. Thanks, Nancy. So, all right, well, today, everybody, I'll put the Earl Father Hines off over here. So today is Friday. That means FindAGrave Friday. Normally on a Friday, I will go to a cemetery where I know a particular person is buried, but I won't look up what the grave looks like or anything like that. We find it out in the comments and play hot and cold until I find it. Today, the weather is just not really suitable for that. I know that the cemeteries aren't going to have passable roads right now. Not to mention, on a day like this, a lot of the graves are completely impossible to find. We had enough trouble with the leaves a few times in the last few weeks. We keep getting these ones that are flush to the ground and covered in leaves, so I have to go around kicking leaves off of everything till we find the right grave. Miles is just all in for the attention right now. When I brought up the sled earlier, he immediately hopped into the sled to take a ride. So, what we do on days like this, when it's not really conducive to going out looking for graves in the weather, which happens every now and then, what we're going to do is we're just going to do it virtually. We're going to use Google Street Views. I understand this one is very easy, so if it doesn't take that long, we'll just Google Street View, explore the cemetery a little bit more. We're going to go out to Los Angeles, go to Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and find the grave of Johnny Ramone of the Ramones, who I understand is buried very near Dee Dee Ramone of the Ramones, a band whose first album was 29 minutes long and contained 14 songs. Haha. So, here we are, Google Chrome. Let me just put this up here so now you ought to be able to see me. Yep. Okay, so, let's see. I'm going to type in Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Yep, there it is. All right. So, let's zoom in a little bit more, see if we can actually get street views here. Okay, this looks interesting. So, street views, but it doesn't look like they go along the actual roads. Let's just pop in and see. Ooh, Toto's Cenotaph, I definitely want to see that. So, Hollywood Forever is known as a spectacularly tacky cemetery, kind of in the way that Forest Lawn used to be. Now, Forest Lawn, I feel like, is so stuck up its own butt with how classy it is. Let's see how much further we can get up here. Whose space is this? I also gotta check out who the pyramid is. If it'll let us. Well, actually, I think we already found the grave. I wasn't even moving in. But, well, we're just going to be, we are just going to be following along a little bit more. We'll just explore a little bit more here at Hollywood Forever while we are working in here. Hey, is Ronnie out there? Haven't seen Ronnie in a minute. Ronnie has been off at grad school all week for her week-long residency. So let's zoom out of this. We'll just, we'll explore Hollywood Forever. There's Johnny Ramone. So that was quick. Now it's got me stuck in this loop. And we can't get out. Leaving us with this chilling challenge. Here we go. Okay, now where'd that pyramid go? I want to see what that pyramid was. But now where did it go? Also, I gotta move this thing. Trying to find a way where it's... So I can still read the comments and have this window open. Maybe if I just make it smaller, maybe that'll do. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. We'll just adjust over here as well. There we are then. Now I can see the comments. The milk crate columbarium. Okay. Cuts. No cuts, no butts, no coconuts. Back in the loop. There's a very weird street views they got set up at the cemetery. But we'll see what else is, let's just zip back and we'll pop in at another place. Crypts you're not really going to be able to see very much. They're going to stop right here to see the Toto Cenotaph. Looks like it's right here. Let's see. Now this is right about where we were before. So is Johnny Ramone right by Toto? That's an interesting one. Dude climbing something. Let's just zoom in on this. It's the trick with doing it on street views. You can't always look around and tell what you're looking at. You just know that it's something interesting. How much can I zoom in on this pyramid? I love a good pyramid. Now, I've not actually been to this one. I don't make it out to LA too often. All right, let's pop in someplace else. I don't think it's going to let us show us that much. Chris Cornell, I wouldn't mind seeing too sometime. Cecil B. DeMille tomb. Okay. All right, let's see if Mr. DeMille is ready for his close-up. Oh, yeah. What is that, it? I believe so. Excellent. That's a very stately mausoleum. It's not facing the water, which is a little unusual, but I guess it is surrounded by water, which is a part of it. More often you'll have them facing the water or have their backs to the water, as in the case of most of the ones at Rose Hill. Ooh, Mel Blanc, Warner Brothers. A lot of these are not really street views, they're just people's pictures, it looks like. Oh, Mel Blanc. And a balding guy. What's up, Doc? I like to see people having a good time in cemeteries. That was not DeMille, okay. It's hard to read on some of these. These guys look like an anvil is about to fall right onto them. That's as far as it... Yeah, okay, crash. My line of credit with Acme is 10 years past due. What else we can actually see in here? Along the actual paths. Where does it actually let you walk? It's interesting that street view paths don't go along with the paved paths here, which makes this a bit of a challenge. It's hard to get close enough to really see anything of what we're looking for. There's a few that we can read. But these aren't one of the bigger notable ones, though. Such a strange setup for the street views here. It all kind of goes through winding and twisting paths instead of along the paved roads, which is what you would normally see, which makes it kind of difficult to explore via street view. I know they do interesting stuff here. They have like Lana Del Rey concerts. There was a screening of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which, as you noticed, like yesterday, we're right now in the 40th anniversary of when Pee-wee was on his Big Adventure. Yesterday was the 40th anniversary of his ride with Large Marge, and the 50th anniversary of the death of Large Marge, in the worst accident that anybody ever seen. Some of the crypts. I believe Marilyn Monroe's in here someplace. It only gives you a very little bit of a street view. How far in can we get? Can we get inside? Not just this far. Not close enough to really read anything. What else we got here? It will let you go right onto some of these. You can see pictures here. Middleton. You can drop right on Chris Cornell. Oh, we're right back at Hart Whitney. He must be around here someplace. but maybe one of those we're just not really able to read here on Street Views. Like, it's frustrating not to be able to see exactly who this dude is. Sorry about the lack of Dramamine today. There's Brad Dunning. They've almost got a blurred out plaque on this guy, which makes it difficult. It's almost like there was nudity there or something. Kind of letting it take me where it can. Let's see if we've got a shot of the Burt Reynolds over here. Frustrating. Trying to poke around in here. That is somewhat illegible. And we've been to some weird street views before in cemeteries, but this is one of the weirdest, just in terms of making it difficult to find your way around. And not having the paths go along the paved paths. Like, what happens if I drop down here by the auto zone? Or an entrance, really. But also in the middle of the cemetery. Oh, all right. So that is how we try to manage on days like this when the weather is just not conducive to go tromping around in cemeteries. We should be back tomorrow with another morning mini tour. Over the next few days, I will probably try to cover some of the stuff that I wouldn't have worked on audio last night at the talk, especially some of the audio samples, which will also get me copyright dings here, but you know how it is. So, all right, everybody, I don't really have anything upcoming to plug right now. I am about to buckle in for some really cold weather the next few days and start working on the Johann Hawk book that is due in a few months. So, thanks a lot for joining me, everybody. I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours. We have now found over 200 graves over the course of the last few years. So, I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours, telling you all to stay safe and stay strong. And of course, if you can, you know that Hollywood Cemetery Forever is really not that spooky a cemetery. But, okay, Lincoln in Blue Island, Little Hardin Armstrong. There's quite a few people at Lincoln in Blue Island. There's quite a few people that I talked about last night buried in that general vicinity. It's just such a commute to get there on a weekday. So, but maybe one of these days we'll figure out a way to make that all work. So thanks a lot for joining me, everybody. So make sure that you do, in fact, make like the traffic and stay spooky.